In this World Cup of Hockey, this Russian team has displayed a very high skill level. They will need it again tonight against the U.S. team determined to move on. The United States and Russia. When these two teams meet, there are memories of Lake Placid. The faces have changed. The rivalry that grew out of 1980 lives on. It's Russia versus the United States, the best of both. The World Cup of Hockey next on ESPN2. And welcome, everybody. Our coverage of the World Cup of Hockey continues along with Jeremy Roenick, Bill Clement. I'm Gary Thorne. Tonight, the United States may move on, but to do that, they've got to beat the team that has beaten them already, and that's Russia. Bill, the question all day yesterday and today for the U.S., who's going to play?
Well, the same lineup as beat Slovakia, and that means that Brett Hull will not be in the lineup. Brett Hull was not the only underachieving veteran the first two games of this tournament, and three things have to happen for Team USA to win, and I think they can win. Number one, there can't be any passengers on the bus. Everybody has to help drive the bus. Number two, the line centered by Mike Modano, and this features Billy Guerin on the right and Keith Tkachuk on the left. They have to show up on the score sheet somehow. This line should be able to take down anybody in the world. The third thing that has to happen, Robert Esche has to continue playing like an elite goaltender in the world, which he is. All he has to do is be as good as he was in games 1 and 2. Those three things happen, Team USA wins.
And to get there, they've got to get through a team that has played a lot better, Jeremy Roenick, than anybody anticipated, and that is Team Russia. They have played well.
Played well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Talent. I'm a professional hockey player, and I look at these guys and say, how'd they do that? These guys can play with the likes of Alexei Kovalev, who for sure scored the best goal that we've seen in the World Cup this year so far, and Ilya Kovalchuk. When you watch this guy in the stands, you're at the end of your seat. When you watch this guy when you're playing against him, you hold your breath. These guys can play. USA has got a tough fight against them tonight.
And one of the problems has been the first period for Team USA. They need a much stronger performance out of the gate tonight. We'll see if they get it. Here in Minnesota, they talk about miracles, and outside of this arena, a memorial to Herb Brooks, who somewhere is hoping it's USA.
Tonight here in St. Paul, Minnesota, the World Cup of Hockey moves into its sudden death mode. The winner moves on. The loser says, hey, thanks a lot for having me. I got to go home now. Alexei Yashin's the captain of Team Russia, is also playing for the New York Islanders, but now it's about Russia. You guys surprised a lot of us. We all thought you would play a run-and-gun style, and you got such a young team. You're more patient. You're more defensive. Was that a tough sell for you and the rest of the coaching staff to really get into these young guys' heads that this is how you win?
No, I don't think it's really tough because everybody almost play in North America, and it's North American style. It's drop in the neutral zone. It's a lot of team plays this way, and we just try to copy and play as hard as we can for each other, and we will see what happens.
A lot of players for Russia that were invited said no thank you, including Nikolai Khabibulin of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Did you ever consider saying no when the invitation for you came?
No, from my personal appearance, I always like to play for my country, for our fans, and they deserve to see some great hockey. And some guys didn't want to play. We can't blame them, but everybody who's in the dressing room and they want to fight for our country, it's great to see, and hopefully we can play some great hockey.
I'd like to say thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
That's it for Team Russia. Let's go over to Team USA and Gary.
Bill, thanks very much. Mike Modano, what have you got to do differently tonight from the first game against Russia?
Well, a lot smarter. I think we got caught running around. We tried to over-pursue on the forecheck. We were over-back-checking. We just create a lot of gap in our game in the neutral zone, and they're great one-on-one players, and they're great when they have a lot of room and space. So we have to play a little better positionally with some good pressure, but still be smart, realize who's on the ice, and try to take their time and face away.
What's happened in the first period? They've not been very good so far for this team.
I don't know. Hopefully we can change that tonight, because this is when it counts. This is elimination time, and this is when every little play counts. Shots, plays at the blue lines, just smart things that can help us continue on in this tournament. But obviously our starts have been bad, so hopefully we can get some good shots early and get the ball rolling going early.
Good luck. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Gary.
Mike Modano joining us, and if the U.S. is to win this game, Robert Esche needs another big game. So far, he's been spectacular.
ESPN2's presentation of the Toyota World Cup of Hockey is brought to you by the Toyota Tundra Double Cab. Not just big, life-sized.
Welcome to the ESPN studios. Barry Melrose, David Amber. We'll get you back to St. Paul for the puck dropping on the U.S. and Russia game in a matter of moments. But first, we got to talk about the news that was shaking the foundation around here earlier. Brett Hull, a scratch for tonight's game.
Well, I hope Ronnie Wilson's right. He's certainly the closest to the story in Brett Hull. But I really think the reason you took Brett Hull out for that game was to motivate him, get him ready to play this game. He is one of the world's best power play guys. If the United States go 0 for 4 in the power play tonight, Ronnie Wilson's going to have to answer some questions. So hopefully he's right.
And Brett Hull, remember, 265 career power play goals, 110 game-winning goals.
What he's doing.
He'll be watching, though, from the press box. Ready for period one? Let's send you out to our broadcast crew.
David Barry, thanks very much, and welcome as we get set to go. And I don't think there was any question that the issue made was about Hull simply not playing well, not with much fire, and not getting it done.
Well, you know, it's unfortunate for Brett, and he knows he'll be the first one to sit there and say that I wasn't playing well, and I know it's embarrassing that he's not sitting out. He's had some problems, but I know Brett Hull's going to bounce back. And
all right, we are underway as Team USA and Russia go at it for the second time. Russia won the first meeting, of course, by a score of 3-1. And they will be noted in the red uniforms. There's the team scoring first, 13-0-1 throughout this World Cup action. So if you get on the board, it's been very much like the National Hockey League regular season. You score first, you are in very good shape.
Nobody has been able to overcome a lead and win. Nobody's been able to win by coming from behind. So that tells you one thing, how well played defensively this tournament has been.
Bryzgalov in net was able to knock that one away. That'll be flipped out to center. Drury coming back to get it. Drury will drop it back on D. Paul Martin waiting. Martin in the lineup. University of Minnesota is where he played. Minnesota native. Dumps that one in from the wrong side of the red line. That will be touched up, and that is an icing call. And we'll check in with Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
Hi, Gary. Well, Team USA coach Ron Wilson told me he had to stay colorblind when he put together tonight's lineup. He said he couldn't let the loyalty to the veteran players get in the way. He also said this isn't a rock and roll revival tour. He said if Bruce Springsteen was on a farewell tour and his drummer wasn't doing well, he wouldn't be in the lineup either.
That pretty well sums it up. It's about who's playing well and who isn't. Mike Modano is back out there. Modano's got Keith Kachuk, who is trying to hit on the near side. Billy Guerin is the other winger on that line. That'll be dumped in by Wisniewski in behind the net. Oleg Tevodorsky, working with a bad hamstring, went out for the practice tonight. Decided he could play, so he will be in the lineup. He was not there for Russia in their last game. He's the only change in the lineup for Team Russia. Team USA in their blue and white in their own end.
It's going to be very interesting to see how USA comes out. I was very disappointed in game one against the Russians. They didn't come out and play physical. They wanted to come out and see how the Russians were going to play, and they were actually the more physical team. They need to be physical against their top guys, or these guys are going to be in trouble.
And that's what they're trying to do here, especially the first period. The first period numbers have not been good for the Team USA. Tony Amonte's out there back onto the point. Miller's chance deflected. Bryzgalov was right there to knock it away. Miller sends it back into the corner. Team USA getting down low. Good check put on the far side by Dmitry Kalinin. Moved up the near side wall. Leach trying to hold it in, could not, as it came to center. Flipped away. You'll see Team USA trying to control center ice. They did not do that in the last meeting of these two teams.
No, good play just then a minute ago by Brian Leach. He stood into the blue line, but that was all about reading that he had Tony Amonte coming back. Brian Leach would have been way dumb to stand in there without support coming back. Already, I think Team USA is showing signs of playing with their heads up and playing awake, which they did not the first time they played the Russians.
Do you think he's talented or what?
Yeah. Bryzgalov coming back in behind the net, trying to play it himself, high off the glass far side. Jimmy Langenbrunner got over there, knocked it away, couldn't control. And still Team USA able to hold it in. Eric Weinrich, Brian Ralston, Brett Hull, Craig Conroy are the scratches for Team USA in this game. Langenbrunner out there putting a lot of heat on. Konowalchuk had buried it down low too. You see the turnovers, and Bryzgalov will hang on. This is the opposite of the first meeting between these two teams. The early turnovers committed by Team USA in the first meeting, committed by Russia here.
But one man that was not discouraged or down on any of his teammates after the first two games was Robert Esche. Remember, Team USA just got pummeled in the first periods, at least in the shots on goal department. Robert Esche was asked if he was angry at the guys in front of him in the first two games. He said, you know what? I would never be so selfish That tells you all you need to know about Robert Esch.
Good play down low by Kozlov, able to move that from out behind his own net. Team USA checking, though, right at center again, intercepting, and it's Russia, the team unable to move it up ice. Deep into the corner, Team USA looking to the front of the net. Jason Blake tried to dump it there, taken by Kovalev. Here's Kovalev, who had that spectacular goal Jeremy Roenick was talking about earlier, and this is where they break out. Kovalev's going to the front, shot. Esch with the first big save of the game on Kozlov. Kozlov came into what ended up being a 3-on-2 for Russia. Shot in from outside the blue line and wide by Blake. Intercepted by Samsonov.
That original rush by Russia. Team USA's back in a trap set, a trap formation. It had too much air in it. With Kovalev on the move, he was able to snake his way through and get it to Kozlov. But Team USA, as Ron Wilson told us this morning, will be a patient defensive team that will trap here.
They have to use the trap, as Ron Wilson told us, because everybody else is using it. They didn't to start the series, and they paid for it. One of the reasons why they suffered in the first 2 games they played, as Team USA has won but 1 game out of the first 3, but it doesn't matter if you win here. Little opening. Kachuk, backhander save. Brizgalov on Keith Kachuk.
Wow, what a pass. What a pass by Mike Modano on a Keith Kachuk coming off the bench on a change.
You know where it started, JR, and I talked about everybody being awake. Look at the play Billy Guerin makes in his own end just to get the puck safely out.
Well, I think they're doing that because they know that the Russians are going to be playing a tight defense. And what's the best way to get it by them? Over their heads. Keith Kachuk making a heads-up play coming off the bench. Keith is pretty good with this backhand, but I'll tell you what a save by the goaltender. You know, Keith is not going to miss that too often.
Brizgalov has been outstanding. He's been one of the top 3 goaltenders in all of this World Cup play so far, including the teams playing in Europe.
What's his name?
Ilya Brizgalov.
Yeah, easy for you to say.
Yeah, well, not necessarily, but you may be hearing more about him. As we've said, he is in the Anaheim system, and Anaheim's looking to him to be a starter for them.
True that. Trading Martin Gerber to the Carolina Hurricanes, and that opens up a spot for Ilya Brizgalov. And the scouting report really has been over the years on Brizgalov, and he's not that old, he's only 24, but he can go a month and a half and not let a goal in, and then have trouble stopping shots from center that look like basketballs. And that's typical of young goaltenders. But so far, he's been as good as he has had to be. Yep. And remember, this is a 2-week tournament. It is not a 7-month tournament.
He has played in 2 of the 3 Russian games and has given up, has come away 2-0, has given up just 3 goals on 48 shots against him. So Brizgalov out there again looking to have a big game. Afinogenov, who's had a huge game against Team USA. Afinogenov, keep an eye on him. Number 61, played exceptionally well. And Afanasenkov did as well, number 22.
I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed right now watching the U.S. They're moving a lot more. They're getting open for each other. They're making the smart passes. They're not trying to make the little simple rinky-dink passes that Russia seem to be so deft at. They're trying to play their own game right now.
And they're getting the puck away from Russia. Russia's been unable to move this thing through center ice. Tipped up by Datsuk. Datsuk was able to get it up the wall. Kasparaitis has got a hamstring problem, but is playing in this game. Sent back in on the deep hard around. The shots are 3-1 in favor of USA early on in this game. Russia sending their D into the middle, and the attempted tip. Tevedovsky couldn't get a stick on it. It'll be moved back up, and trailing the play, 1 Russian player behind it, but Team USA will dump it in. Ron Wilson told us that this morning as well. Team USA thinks they've got a dump because of the trap put on by Russia, so they'll do that if that's what's called for.
Because when you're facing a trap, it's never one-on-one. It's not about beating one guy. You have to beat layers of people in the neutral zone, and that's tough. You turn it over against Russia, it's going to end up in your net.
Look at the pressure put on by Team USA, though, all over the ice, especially from that red line in to the Russian zone. They are creating turnovers, a lot of them already. Chris Dury was over there on the wall, knocked it away, and deeper it was sent by Gomez. The Team USA in the first period has been outshot 44-23 coming into this game in the first period. 44-23 outshot in the first period of the 3 games they have played, but they've got a 3-1 edge early in this game, and that one's going to be whistled in the offside. So while there's no score on the board, Team USA is off to a much better start.
What a smart defensive play this player made moments ago. That's Jeff Halpern of the Washington Caps. He's also a Princeton grad. He had all the gray matter working. Bottom of your screen, Tverdovsky came in for the point. He took him. Kovalchuk tried to hit him with the pass. Good play by Halpern.
I can't believe Kovalchuk didn't shoot that puck. He shoots the puck from everywhere. He shoots from his zone, behind the net, in front of the net, in the corners. I can't believe he didn't try to put that over Esche's shoulder.
He will next time.
Yeah, and you can bet Russia wants him to. Played back into the zone. Team USA led by Billy Guerin so far in the 3 games played. 2 goals, 2 points. Mike Ladanos got 2 assists. Scott Gomez 2 assists. That one got deflected back off the side of the net. Brizgalov will reach out and he will hang on to that one.
How about the shots on goal, gentlemen? That tells you about the trend that has changed for Team USA here in the elimination game, elimination round.
I'm not going to say that I had something to do with that, but I went down to the USA locker room the other day, and Billy Guerin asked me, what's wrong? What do you see down there? And I said, get the puck on the net. Shoot the puck. You're not going to score unless you get it on net and you get guys driving the net. And they're doing that tonight so far.
They are getting it down low. Paul Martin was wheeling. Back out onto the point looking. Guerin got it in, trying to hit Kachuk, who was cutting through. Guerin was way out on the right point that time as they're doing a lot of cycling of the puck here. Martin was back along the point waiting, but it got through. This is where Russia gave the U.S. all the problems in the game they won. That was coming through the middle and finding room. Kasparaitis had to dump it in that time, couldn't do anything with it. Kozlov sends it back in behind the net, looking out front. They tried to get someone into that slot area, but a pass that had nobody there to receive it. Moved back and into the zone by Tony Amati. Brizgalov will hold it up. Kasparaitis back to get it. There you see the shots, 3-1. Team USA on top. Keep in mind, Russia is the home team in this game because of the seeding. Chris Chelios out there on defense, coming around the far side. Chelios, the oldest player in this World Cup, getting a chance here as the captain of this team. He'll have to chase it down again. Chelios circling. Kenny Klee is his partner out there defensively. Tony Amati got it out of there. Good rink-wide pass. Smolinski up. Smolinski, tough angle. Brizgalov blocked it. Got the left shoulder on it. He got that one right up on that crossbar area. Moved quickly up ice as Russia wants to change up behind the play.
See what's happened when Russia's tried to go from east to west in the neutral zone? They lost the puck the last 3 times they've tried to do that. When you're playing against a team that's trapping, you're virtually obligated to go straight ahead unless you can go to the aerial game and get it over the trap.
Kozlov, the intended on that one. Aaron Miller was playing back in. Team USA gets a line change done. Moved up to Konowalchuk. Steve Konowalchuk tried to get it in along the wall. Could not. That'll be knocked down by Leach off the dasher. Brian Leach right back to Konowalchuk, who sends it in. Halpern, Konowalchuk up ice with Jamie Langenbrunner.
The grind line.
He's a mighty pain in the butt line right now. That's what I'm going to call him.
And Langenbrunner's really been wheeling and dealing out in front of that net, trying to find a little room. Kovalchuk, number 71, cleared that one up. It'll be moved back through center. Team USA 4 lined up. Interception down low. Shot. That one went out the shoulder and high. Kovalchuk with a chance.
I told you that kid can shoot.
Boy, that was a turnover opportunity. Kalina will take it back in behind the net. Blake on the trail.
I hate to say it, but it was my Princeton guy.
Ooh. Here's a 2-on. Nope. USA gets back. The centering pass goes into the corner. Pavel Datsyuk was cutting off that off-wing side. Kovalchuk was trying to find him. Moved back into the middle and up ice. Both teams need a line change, and they will get it right here. Jammed up into the corner. Team USA coming in. They lost to Canada 2-1, Russia 3-1 before they finally got a win against Slovakia 3-1 in their last game.
Let me tell you, that win went so far in their confidence and their mental game right now. They needed to win somehow, and just to make sure that they didn't play Canada. I know they wanted to play the Russians in this game tonight.
Paul Martin got it in. The one thing we can tell you about future games as to who's going to play whom, the team that wins this game will play here on Friday night here in St. Paul. The winner will be here. Whom they will play against, that remains to be determined. That is dumped it back in behind the net. Esche's been able to watch most of this first period so far. Cleaned that one into the middle. Guerin trying to poke check it away, did, and got it out.
How different is this? 10 minutes of play now. Team USA has allowed 1 shot. That is how you win at this level in this tournament.
Yep, the USA has made the adjustments that they hope to do. Tony Amati cleaned that one around. Ken Klee, the defenseman, will move it out. Poke checked away at center. A lot of turnovers now at center ice. Amati gets it up. Wait looking for Amati. Amati, the trailer here on the far side. But that just dribbled away. Sends us back in behind the net. Leach is cutting in. Leach from the defense all the way down to the faceoff dot. There he is. He's trying to sneak in and find an opportunity. Stick up. Wisniewski putting the heat on for Russia behind the net. There's Wisniewski and Waite doing battle. Wisniewski bounces one off the dasher. Tony Amati got there and knocked it away. Leach tried to step up, and he'll have to take it back. Boy, this is a tight checking first period. 2 wins today, of course, over in Europe, as Czech Republic had an upset over Sweden 6-1 today. Boy, did they romp. Finland had already won their game against Germany 2-1 yesterday. So those teams are going to be coming to North America, as the semifinals and finals will all be played here in North America. And right now in this one, no score. Grazie, mucho grazie.
I'm joined right now by Team USA General Manager Larry Flo. And Larry, I know how difficult it was for Ron Wilson to keep Brett Hull out of the lineup tonight. What's your take on it?
Definitely, it's a tough decision, but he made the right decision. He was 100% with management, and those are tough. But the bottom line is you got to put what you think is the best lineup to win that game that night.
Team USA off to a better start tonight than they were the last time they played Russia. What do you think the difference has been so far tonight?
Much better start. We're closing the time and space out there. We're not giving them a lot of time, and we're closing that gap on the puck, and they're not getting room, and we got to continue that way to have success.
Larry, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back over to you.
Aaron, thanks very much. Larry's done a heck of a job, obviously, as the management side of putting this together, and that is not an easy task. It means he doesn't get an off season. With, of course, the looming lockout. That, unfortunately, may come a little bit later. Backhander.
Oh, it's good! Keep it shot!
Kachuk and a deflection of a Madonna backhander.
Oh, just what the doctor ordered. Keep Kachuk going to the net. Mike Modano throwing the puck to the net. And what a great shot. The backhand. It is so hard to get some velocity on the backhand, but Mike Modano goes to the net. Keep Kachuk grinding, tips it in. What a great start for USA.
Well, this is what had to happen. The veterans, especially this Mike Modano line, had to lead by example and had to lead offensively. Mike Modano with a little step into the middle and a backhand shot that came through a screen.
What a tip. Keith Kachuk.
Without that tip, that goal does not make it. A beautiful tip. Kachuk gets his second goal of World Cup action. That is the first goal Team USA has had in the first period in the 4 games they have played in this tournament.
How about the move by Mike Modano going to the middle and throwing it to net? Great play by you, saying he needs to get into the game. He got into the game all right.
Well, he did, and I'll tell you how Russia could have helped themselves. Nobody laid a stick on Keith Kachuk. They let him get right in behind them. Now, he's a tough guy to move.
Tough.
If you have a chance to get his stick, at least take his stick.
And they did. And it is a 1-0 lead on the 4th shot for Team USA. Keep in mind, this is the elimination round now. And the winner will get to play again in the semifinals. The loser is out of this World Cup tournament. The goal coming at the 11:20 mark. Second goal for Kachuk. Moving in, 3-on-2, shot deflected off Leach's stick to the near side and wide. That was close as Frolov trying to set it up for Russia. And got it through the middle and off Leach's stick. That'll come back through center. Mike Modano's line is still out there. Modano and Rafalski picking up the assists on the Kachuk goal. Billy Guerin in the jam up in the corner. Mike Modano. Modano, Amati, and Guerin on this line. Modano tipped that one away in behind the net. It'll be played by Wisniewski.
Gary, the line is on fire. Not because of what they're doing in the offensive zone. They're taking turns, making really good defensive plays in their zone.
I can't believe I just saw Keith Kachuk playing defense in the corner.
They'll love you for that.
I can't believe it. Ron Wilson, you got it going right now.
Ron Wilson said today, I'm not going to do anything like show movies or make any big speeches. If I have to motivate, there's a problem. I don't have to. These guys are ready to play. It's just tuning what we've got to do against this Russian team, and right now they're getting it done. Back into the middle. What a move. Fanaganov trying to come through. That was close.
Keith Kachuk can do it all, guys. I don't care what you say.
That one got knocked away by Havanov. Played it back in behind the net. That's one of those nonplussed statements when no one said anything.
Well, I'll say something. I know that he can do it all, and a lot of the veteran players can do it all for Team USA. They weren't in the first 2 games. They played with not nearly enough commitment to win. Tonight, so far, they're playing with enough commitment to win.
Halprin takes it into the corner. Halprin got some help from Konowalchuk. Langenbrunner, the bruising line, is out there again. Team USA, you see where Russia wants to go with it. They are coming straight up the middle. That's where they're finding a little room to try and get the puck out of the zone. But Russia has not found a way to get through center ice. They have one shot with 6:16 to go in the first period.
And I think the frustration is setting in. You can see their feet aren't moving. They're starting to let the puck do the work for them. They got to get their feet moving, and the USA is going to continue to dominate this game.
Blake coming back in to help Kasparaitis on the high flip to the far side. Chelios stepped up, could not get to it. Good backup coverage by Chris Drury. Drury got back there as Chelios got caught up ice.
And Drury is the only reason Chelios pinched in.
Knew he was there. Good help on that. Played in behind the net again. Blake doing battle. Blake 55 in white, another Minnesota native. Getting into the lineup as he's made a couple of starts. Aaron Miller's shot behind the net. Blake backhander, side of the post. Held on to by Brizgarlov. Team USA in a must-win game has the 1-0 lead over Russia. Tkachuk has the goal and the celebration. Scott Gomez of the New Jersey Devils got a cut.
Which by Jeremy Roenick standards is just a minor flesh wound.
Now that's hockey. Let's bleed.
He's doing it. Mike Modano in on the face-off. Wanted Tkachuk off the blocker.
Team USA is just eating the Russian centers alive, especially in Russia's end on the face-offs. 10-2 now, face-offs in Russia's end.
That's Billy Guerin. Guerin knocks it back in behind the net. Brizgalov wanted to reach it, could not. Had we backhanded up over Modano's head out through center. Here comes Kozlov. Victor Kozlov will move it in. Kozlov, there's Leach. Kozlov got it back. Kozlov wants a wraparound. Kozlov looking into the middle, sends it, shot, Fandon. Oh, what a chance right there. Wide open was Kovalev, their high scorer. Kovalev goes back in behind the net. Kovalev hit that right off the heel shot. That one got deflected to the near side. What a job by Kovalev to keep that puck alive. Back in behind the net, they're looking. Somebody without a stick, Team USA. Somebody lost one out there. Backhander, that's going to be covered up by Esch.
Wow.
Talk about people who can get it done and do everything. You're looking at one of them, 27 in red.
What JR talked about in the open. These guys can just dangle you into kind of a coma. But good defensive work by the line we talked about, including Keith Tkachuk, number 7 in white, going to the corner here.
Well, you always want to have 2 guys up high and 1 down low to support the D. But usually it's not a winger. Here's Keith Tkachuk. Look at him. He's playing defense. And watch this little play. He just tips it to Billy Guerin in the route easily. That's how well that USA is playing right now. They're undercomposed. They're just doing the smart things right now, and that's why they're up 1-0.
Keith Tkachuk, he's put him ahead 1-0 with 4:48 left to go. Want to remind you tomorrow the quarterfinals of the World Cup of Hockey, ESPN2 wrap up in Toronto. Mario Lemieux, Team Canada take on Slovakia. The action begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. For more, log on to ESPN.com. One of those 2 teams will move to the semifinals. We've got a problem down there with a glass or one of the stanchions, and so they're going to do some work down there right now on that. Talking about Team USA and the differential that has existed in this first period compared to what's gone on in other games. First periods have not been, till tonight, a pleasant experience.
The first 2 games of the tournament were losses, and they were outshot 35-10 by Canada and Russia combined. The one win, they outshot Slovakia 13-9 in the first period, but still nothing compared to what they've done against Russia here.
4-2. That last shot was the first one in 11 minutes for Russia, but only 6 shots total, with just under 5 minutes left to go in the first.
And if it wasn't for Robert Esch in those first 2 games, they would have been outscored by 10 goals.
Yep. Cleared back around. Alexei Yashin had the opportunity off the faceoff. Yashin gets it back. Chelios on him. Tried to center. Bounces off bodies and out of there. Zubris was the man intended down low. Keep in mind, this Russian team has had 89 shots through the tournament coming into this game. I mean, they have piled up chances.
They have, but I think JR brings up a good point when he talked about them getting frustrated or their legs not moving. If you can shake a team out of a team concept, as brilliant as these Russians are individually, you can't win individually against a team that's playing strong Team D.
Donna Walchuk went back to help out. Got knocked away. Kalinin was back there, 45. Halperin, 27 for Team USA. Goes down, took a little shot to the back, tried to retaliate with a stick, couldn't get it there. He'll come right back into the play in the middle. And that goes over everybody's head.
And we'll know if Russia starts to get frustrated by watching them trying to beat people single-handedly in the neutral zone instead of chipping the puck in, getting in on it, forcing turnovers, and playing an NHL style like all of these guys know how to play.
That one had to be dumped in right there by Sergei Gonchar, taken by Rafalski. Rafalski defensively with Paul Martin. Martin clears it up the middle. Team USA keeping the lines together, and the same groupings defensively that we saw in their victory against Slovakia. They are the groupings out there in this game tonight. Back into the middle. Both teams trying to find a way to get through center ice. Russia with a trap on, preventing it that time, as play for most of this period has taken place between the blue. And again, I've dropped that one off. Looking to the near side, got blocked. Kasparaitis had it poke checked away to center. Good play defensively for Doug Waite that time. Back onside, down low. What a move! What a save!
Great save.
Deflected into the corner. Pavel Datsyuk of the Detroit Red Wings found some room and a quick wrist shot. And a good save by Esch.
That's just a perfect example of how the Russians move that puck, and they find the open guy. They get one to the boards, they get one cutting right down the middle, and somehow they find him, and they get him to him for a great scoring chance. Unbelievable.
Let's see what David and Barry are doing, gentlemen.
Guys, in the first intermission, Mike Eruzione unplugged and into your living room, and who's unplugging it right now?
Well, the Americans are playing great, and the defense is great, but you can't win this game 1-0. If the Americans try and do that, they're going to be in trouble. They got to continue to attack a little bit.
All right, we'll see you in the first intermission in just a couple of minutes. Gary, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Great to have you with us here on ESPN2. Our coverage of the World Cup of Hockey continues. That'll be taken by Blake and dumped in. In behind the net, Brizgalov comes back to get it. Brizgalov has played only 2 NHL games ever. Spent the season in Cincinnati working in the minors for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
One start, came in relief in the other one.
Yep. Getting a chance here in the World Cup as Russia's #1 goaltender. With that spot being open for them as it was for Team USA, actually, as to who was going to start there before this tournament got underway. Samsonov was unable to move that through center ice. They'll change it up. Dropped away by Wisniewski. Russia trying to get some line changes. Kovalev is back out. Alexei Kovalev, with that spectacular goal that he has scored earlier in this series against Team USA. But look at all the skating taking place right at the Russian blue line. That was Modano who was putting the check on at center ice. And couldn't be cleared out by Chelios. Yashin will dump that one back into the corner. Centering pass. That one off Esch's stick. Kachuk flips that one out in a hurry. Billy Guerin. Guerin had it knocked away. Good coverage at center. Both teams have it off the last one down the middle. Yashin, penalty coming on Chelios. There's the whistle. First penalty of the game.
Great call. Great call by Devo. Chelly got caught cheating a little bit. A little pass that got him in all by himself. Yashin, you don't want Yashin in all by himself, and Chelly knows that. Gets a little stick on him, impedes a goal-scoring chance. Penalty. Great call.
Chelios tried the forward pass to try to get the puck out of the zone. It finally got out, but it caught Chris Chelios flat-footed. It's a good thing that was Alexei Yashin. Alexei Kovalchuk would have been out of reach. Yep. Yashin's not nearly as fast as some of the Russians.
So now a power play opportunity. Russia has not scored a power play. They are 0 for 11. Germany is the other team in this World Cup that ended up with an 0 for on the power play. Team USA has given up 3 power play goals to the opposition in 12 chances. They are 6th in World Cup play in the penalty kill.
Well, here we go again. We're going to have Ilya Kovalchuk over on the right side, just waiting for that one-timer, and watch the guys just look for him. He's going to want to pound that puck every opportunity he gets.
Team USA able to get that one. Rafalski cleared it out. Brizgalov held it up, and they will cycle it out of the zone. Kovalev out there on the power plays a trailer right now. Dumped to back in and not well. Waite trying to clear it out, could not. Big hold in. Kovalev looking. Kovalev trying to find right through the middle. A save made by Esch. Waite picks it up, lost it. Big time pickpocket right there. Kovalev putting on a show again, cleared by Amati.
An underrated save by Robert Esch.
That was a quick shot.
A great save. Plus, he was screened. He had no idea that the puck was coming, but he was just right there. Got down on the ice because he knew that the puck couldn't be up top.
Kovalev brings it in. Team USA challenging as they come out to get it. Dumped it back deeper into the zone. Kozlov on a power play as well. That one is cleared, however. Kovalev a forward, working the point on the power play. Look at this guy skate. Kovalev dished it off, came into the middle, bouncing puck through Esch. Rebounded back in behind the net. Collision as Zubris went in with Esch and moved away, though, so the collision was only minor. And Team USA trying to clear, bounced it right out in front. It'll come back onto the near side point. Break. Kovalev sends it into the corner. Shot. That got deflected to the near side, redirected. Yashin was over there trying to redirect that puck. Again, shot, save, rebound, bounced up in the air side of the net. 3 chances to end the period. Zubras with the last one. 26 left on the power play.
His best saves came in the last 8 seconds of the first period. Robert Esch. He didn't have much work at all. On one of these plays, this is Kovalchuk's shot. The rebound came out to Zubras. The one before it, if it was on Yashin's tape, it was in the net. You'll take a break when it doesn't go tape to tape if you're the penalty killer, and that's what Team USA got.
Well, I'm glad to see Eshi is on his game again tonight.
How about 3 shots in the last 10 seconds after they went through most of the first period? Russia unable to get anything. They've now outshot USA 7-5, but trail 1-0.
Welcome to the ESPN studios. United States 1, Russia nothing. 12 shots on goal total in this one. The only goal scorer, Keith Tkachuk. Only 4 Americans have scored so far in the World Cup of Hockey. Barry Melrose, David Amber, 12 shots on goal total. Barry, is this the right style for the U.S.?
Yeah, it is, because of the firepower of the Russians. They took the Russian speed away in the neutral zone. When you take the Russian speed away, you don't get caught in foot races. When you don't get caught in foot races, you don't give up any 2-on-1 chances. So Americans got to continue to do this, but like I said before, attack a little bit more. Make Kovalev play a little defense.
And we'll see what happens. The Americans' age, hopefully not a factor.
Well, they had 5 days off.
In the second and third period, indeed. Now, earlier today, I'm not sure what the factor was. Sweden and the Czech Republic, it was all Czech Republic in this one. Martin Straka. It was all about the Martins early on.
Well, you're going to see a great play here. Straka and Martin Havlet, a little give and go. Now watch Havlet, great strength, fights off the Checker from Sweden, scores a beautiful goal. Yager, great individual effort there, comes back defensively. Didn't score today, but boy, was he a leader, both ends of the rink. Worked as hard as I've seen him work in years.
One of the best 2-on-1s you'll see. Short-handed, Radek Dvorak putting it home. Czech Republic in Stockholm, beating Sweden. 6-1 is your final. They'll be coming to North America, joining Finland, who beat Germany yesterday 2-1. Those 2 teams advance in the European pool. United States, of course, leading Russia 1-0. And tomorrow night, 0-3 Slovakia, 3-0 Canada, 7 Eastern, right here on ESPN2. Coming up on our intermission report, well, we had a miracle in 1980. We're going to talk to one of the men who made it happen. Michael Ruzioni, next. Today marks ESPN's 25th anniversary, and they counted down all the top plays, and the top moment in the last 25 years, none other than the miracle on ice. We're proud to bring on Michael Ruzioni, the captain of that 1980 U.S. Olympic team. Mike, what was your response when you found out you had the #1 moment in all of sport over the last quarter century?
Well, you know, it's been the same reaction every time things have happened for me and for my teammates. Just a great honor, and just something that we just keep shaking our heads and thinking, wow, again, here we go. But it's a special feeling. It's a great feeling of pride, knowing that our victory was something that touched the nation in a way that we never would have imagined.
Well, Mike, for the younger hockey fans out there, they only know you through the movies that have happened. I really thought you were better looking in the first movie with Andrew Stevens, the Carl Malden version. What's your take on the 2 movies? The last one, Miracle, is an awesome movie, I thought.
I really thought the second movie really captured our team. It captured the spirit of our team. I think it captured the spirit of a nation and what our country was watching and how they were dealing with this particular moment. Kurt Russell as Herb Brooks was mind-boggling. It was eerie how good he was. I thought the fact that they hired hockey players to teach to act rather than actors to teach to play hockey, the hockey scenes were spectacular. I would say the movie's 90% dead on, and I really enjoyed it. If the only thing I might have changed, I wish more of my teammates were depicted in the movie, but I think we understood that it was, you know, clearly the Herb Brooks story, and we were a part of it. But for the first time, I think, and Barry, and you can relate to this as a hockey player, I think we finally saw a hockey movie that really showed the skill and the game and the intensity of the game, because it was real.
And I really thought it showed the heart of you guys, and I think that's not enough talked about in our sport, is the heart of the athlete. One other thing, you're around hockey all the time. You're still connected with your college. You see young players come through. The state of American hockey right now, it hasn't been a great tournament for the States so far. What's the state of American hockey as far as you're concerned?
Well, I think the state of hockey is still very good in this country. One, because we have so many kids playing. And I look at college hockey. I work at Boston University. I see the type of players we're recruiting, the type of American players that we're recruiting. There are plenty of players out there. I think right now we might be in a kind of transition from the type of players, the Chelioses, the Hulls, the Roenics, Mike Modano. I mean, they're the older players right now. And we've got a little gap between these great players and the good young players that are coming up. And this is going to be an interesting World Cup for us because I think, granted, these players are a little long in tooth. They're at the last end of their careers. And we've got a good nucleus of young players coming up, but we don't have those young players right now. So I think we're in a little lull, but we've got great players coming up in this program. Evidently, when you look at like DiPietro and Esch, two great young goaltenders, and now we've just got to bring our forwards along and our defensemen along. But it's hard to get rid of the old grind. I mean, these kids, they've been there for a long time, and they've worked hard. They deserve to be playing in this particular World Cup because it's their swan song, so to speak.
And Michael Ruzioni, young American players want to grow up to be a star like you and leave that legacy like you left on American hockey. Thanks for joining us here, and enjoy the rest of the game.
I will. Thank you very much.
After 20 minutes in St. Paul, U.S. 1-0 over Russia. Keith Tkachuk, the lone goal. Second period action coming your way next.
Welcome back to St. Paul, everybody. Team USA leading Russia by a score of 1-0. Power play has 26 seconds left on it for Russia. They had 3 shots at the end of the period on the power play. 3 shots in the last 10 seconds of that period. So let's see what happens. Tkachuk picked up the only goal. Modano and Rafalski at 11:20 of the first. The first penalty, Team USA drew it. And that's why Russia is on the power play here to start.
I think the most important thing that came out of the first period from Team USA's standpoint is the slow start disease officially cured.
Here's Russia, clean sheet of ice to start it. That one deflected in by Kavasha, turned around into the corner. That one went 1,000 miles wide. Had to get Kavasha's name in even though he's not playing. Havanov's the man who turned that into the middle and will play it back out to center.
Well, knowing the Russian mentality, I can tell you there was a lot of swearing in Russian going on in that locker room in between periods.
Would you have understood any of it?
Absolutely zero.
You would have understood the context, though.
They'd speak to me on the ice in Russian, and I'm like, what?
Hockey language is universal, though. I agree with Gary. You get the context.
Power play is over. They do not convert. Team USA able to kill it off. This one will be touched up for the icing.
ESPN2's presentation of the Toyota World Cup of Hockey is brought to you by the Toyota Tundra Double Cab. Not just big, life-sized. And Samuel Adams. When you're ready for a distinctive brew, Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
Off the face-off, ended up right in on net. Brizgalov able to knock it away. That's what Russia does to adjust to the defensive efforts made by Team USA. Kozlov trying to leave it. Poke checked away. Blake will pick it up. Good move by Gomez, who was back-checking on that. Again, center ice. It'll be brought in. Would have been offside. Team USA will have to chase this down. Paul Martin back to give it. 70 NHL games for Martin. He's on the lower end, the lowest end among players in this World Cup action as far as the number of National Hockey League games that have been played. Cleared back.
But boy, is he a steady player.
Absolutely.
I mean, the New Jersey Devils have a gem in this Minnesota native, Paul Martin. He doesn't do anything really flashy offensively or defensively. He's just really good.
You take this Russian team, they've got 7 players that never played in the NHL. Billy Guerin trying to knock it down. Kasparaitis, Modano set it up.
Oh, yes, sir!
Keith Tkachuk, second of the game. Billy Guerin, the setup.
Wow, is this line hot? Did you see the work that Mike Modano did? First of all, to get over the blue line and keep his foot and keep his foot and keep the play going. Then what a pass in front to Keith Tkachuk. And where is he again, Bill?
Well, we talked about commitment.
He's in front of the net. Yes, sir.
But this line is so committed to working hard. Mike Modano and Billy Guerin down low. Look at Billy Guerin stay all over this. He had to get it by 2 guys, Kovalev and Kasparaitis. The coverage was late getting to Keith Tkachuk. So hard work combined with skill and talent. What do you get? You get 2 goals for the line of Modano, Guerin, and Tkachuk.
30 goals in 8 of the 9 seasons for Tkachuk, and he's got 2 in this game now and a 2-0 lead for Team USA. Tony Amonte on the far side. The team that wins this will move on to the semifinals Friday right here in St. Paul, and the loser will be out of the tournament. And Russia right now is behind. Pick back up, Kovalchuk. Dropped off the near side. Datsuk sent it into the middle. Ricocheted wide on Esch. Could not be redirected by Kovalchuk. Esch has to knock that centering pass away to the near side boards. Tkachuk's second goal coming at 1:56 into the period. Guerin and Modano on the assists. And a 2-0 lead. And the line, Jeremy Roenick said, boy, are they hot. Look at the numbers. 5 of the 7 USA goals has come from the Guerin, Tkachuk, Modano line.
And they weren't together the first 2 games. But Ron Wilson had to do a lot of juggling and a lot of coaching. Mike Modano left game 1 against Canada, came back and was able to play game 2. 4th assist for Mike Modano in this tournament.
And they have not been of the lagging variety. They have been legitimate assists, helping to set the goals up.
Well, here's the deal, too, and JR knows this. We've all watched Mike Modano. When he wants to be a factor, there's nobody that can contain him in this entire sport.
Wisniewski, that one will be bounced to the side as Wisniewski did not clear.
Without a doubt, and this is just my opinion. I don't think that there's been a more talented U.S. player to ever put on a USA sweater than Mike Modano. And saying that is a lot because there's been a lot of great players. But this guy can do it all. Stick handle, shoot, pass, skate, and boy, does he look pretty doing it too.
He had a tough season with only 44 points last year in Dallas and just 14 goals picked up. And that is not Mike Modano-like, but he has played here in this tournament, especially here in this game, very much like Mike Modano.
Well, a little bit better every game, huh?
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden he's in full midseason form.
And remember what Ron Wilson, coach of Team USA, Bill, said to us this morning, backhand Brzgalov able to knock it away, and then
good ball again. Here we go. Power play USA.
I wonder if they're going to call goalie interference, though.
Yeah.
They both got their arms up. I mean, Brad Watson was behind the net. This will be interesting to see.
Well, they got to look at who did it.
Oh, I agree.
Number 11, Kasparaitis. Look who's in front. There he is right there. You know who's guilty just by seeing number 11. It's Kasparaitis. He's so tough in front of that net.
Brother, you're preaching to the choir, but the wrong choir.
Oh.
Looked like Blake got driven in by Kasparaitis from behind.
Which he did.
Watch this high stick right here. Kasparaitis as he took, he raked Chris Drury.
I'll tell you what, that Kasparaitis is such a hard-nosed player. God, now you see why guys don't like playing against him in the league.
Here's the play. And by the way, the right choir heard the message, and that was the choir of Paul Dvorsky and Brad Watson.
Kasparaitis is out of there. Team USA is going to get their first power play. I was saying, Bill, this morning when we talked with Coach Ron Wilson, he said, we've got to get to the dirty areas on the ice right from the start of the game. He's talking about the front of the net.
Sure.
And they have.
And that's where the commitment comes in. You've got to be committed to taking a beating in those areas. If you're not going to go there.
They've done that. Team USA is on top. Short-handed now. Alexei Yashin. Yashin in. Fakes. Takes. No! High stick. No goal. Immediately waved off as the stick was up in the air to knock it down. He's smiling about it. If he could get away with it, he would. It was a pretty good play by Frolov. But
there's a penalty being called here, too. A hooking penalty by Brad Watson.
On Team USA.
You bet. Alexei Yashin decided not to go with the slap shot. Look at this for a weird play.
Think that was high?
Just by a stick length.
Over the shoulder, over the crossbar, over everybody's head. No argument about that one. But we will go 4-on-4. Team USA loses their power play, only 17 seconds worth of it. You see him looking up at the overhead screen, Frolov was, just to see what that thing looked like, and he found out Rafalski hooking at 3:56. So the first 4-on-4 that we've had in this game.
Well, this is where it's going to get interesting, because now you take one guy off the ice from each team. What does that mean? So much more room. Advantage Russians, no question about it.
JR, let me ask you this. One of the reforms that the radical end has suggested is that the NHL have 4-on-4 all the time.
I like it. I think it's good. If the NHL wants to take salaries down, they're going to have to knock some players down. 4-on-4 would chop down about 5 guys a team, I think.
I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. It'll take most of the hitting out of the game.
Well,
there's no hitting in 4-on-4. You can't. You take yourself out of the play.
I'll hit somebody.
Yeah, you would. You're right.
Pardon the interruption. The back end behind the net, Aaron Miller. Miller drops it off for Leach. A 4-on-4, 2-0. Team USA leading Russia. Near side, little room. Dropped down low, intended for Amati, but he could not get to the puck.
I'll tell you what it will also do. It'll dilute a lot of the talent. You know, the guys who can play and can skate, they're going to be around a little bit more often. It's going to be more exciting hockey.
Well,
but
it would eliminate
the traditionalists will never let it happen.
No, believe me, I'm a radical, but it would eliminate 4 or 5 jobs per team. And I doubt that the Players Association would allow that to happen.
Excuse me, Bob Goodnow's on the phone. Wanted to talk to JR.
Welcome to the year 2004.
Oh my gosh, Wisniewski leaves it off on the near side. This is still a 4-on-4. Back out onto the D. Shot ripped high. Wisniewski had the opportunity. Well, he had a good chance right there, Wisniewski. There'll be a short power play coming in 24 seconds for Team Russia. Wisniewski's got to skate that one back. Looking into the middle. Not a lot of room for Afinogenov. Afinogenov, he can wheel and deal. Afinogenov lost that one. He tried to go through 3 members of Team USA. And the power play will start in 8 seconds. Very short one, as we said. Davidorski moves it up. Power play in 2. It'll be controlled behind the net. Konowalchuk. Power play for 18 seconds for Russia. Team USA has the puck, though. That's Halprin. He dumped it into the corner. Good hit put on by Konowalchuk. Yashin, though, comes away with the puck. 6 seconds left on the Team USA penalty. Yashin has to dump that on the hard around near side. Madano coming out on the ice in the penalty kill. Flipped away off the near side boards. Couldn't move it out of there. Power play is over. So we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 4-on-4 did not result in chances. Leach trying to bang it off the back of his own net. Did. Taken back, though, in behind the net by Zubris. Out in front. Couldn't get a shot off to the point. Gonchar's chance deflected wide side. Kasparaitis looking for a little pick. Had to be left into the middle. Shot saved by Esch. Didn't know where it went. Zubris with a good chance on a hard shot in the slot, and a good save made by Esch. Leach clears it around and out, and Team USA will take the icing here to take the heat off. The team that wins moves on. Plays here. Right now it's USA.
Well, today at practice, we learned Team USA rookie Rick DiPietro was passing out some gifts while poking a little fun at Keith Tkachuk. You see, after games, Keith Tkachuk likes to lounge around in a bathrobe just like this when he's talking to reporters. So DiPietro thought, why don't we all get robes? He ordered them for everyone. And as you see, I have GF. That's Chris Chelios, godfather of Team USA. Guys, you thought this was a great gesture by the rookie, didn't you?
Now you take that back now.
Oh, it was yeah, take the roll back.
Take the roll back.
GF doesn't stand for Aaron Andrews.
That's right.
It was a great gesture, though, by a young leader.
Chelios, a chance, deflected wide. Madonna again was in there on the setup. Move back to Klee on the far side. Klee will leave it for Billy Guerin. This is not a power play. Looks like it, though. Looking into the corner. Chelios another chance. Got blocked out deep. And Russia will turn it up ice. Penalty coming up behind the play. In, all alone on the delayed whistle. And scores!
What a
Big
shot.
goal right there. Dmitry Afanasenkov. On a delayed penalty call. Russia's on the board. It's 2-1.
What a great pass. And this is what I'm talking about. A 3-on-2 and 1 pass, and the guy's in all alone. They just find a way to feather these pucks. Watch this little feather pass. 3-on-2, little feather pass all by himself, and a great shot to Esch's stick side.
But a little too anxious for the Mike Modano line. All 3 of them in deep that allowed 3 Russians to take off against the 2 U.S. defensemen. An odd man rush perfectly executed, and Robert Esch beaten for the first time in this game.
And they're right back in it now.
Sure thing.
That's a big goal.
That's why mistakes kill you against a team that's as talented as the Russian team is.
Rafalski blocked away into the corner. Still loose. Team USA able to hold it in. Doug Weight will go back in behind the net. Weight trying to turn it back into the middle. Lost control along the wall. This Amati, his shot got blocked wide. Davidorski got a piece of that as it went by. Pavel Datsyuk diving on the ice, trying to get to it, could not. Taken back again behind the net by Davidorski. Davidorski trying to move it out. Team USA pinned it in again. Doug Weight shot it right through the paint, and it deflects up and into the crowd.
Rick DiPietro, as Aaron Andrews pointed out, bought everybody a gift. And here's why I said it was a great team move by a young leader. Rick DiPietro wants to be the #1 guy starting on this hockey team. He pretty well knew that he was going to get his 1 game against Slovakia and then be back on the bench. It wasn't about him. It was about doing something for the team. And you know what? There are a lot of guys that are even too cheap to think about doing that, no matter how much money they make.
He was not, and that one,
What a
save made off Drury's chance. Bryzgalov has been impressive in the games we have seen him play, and he's been in 2 of them. Moved back through the middle by Blake. Blake, the Minnesotan in. Shot.
Oh, penalty shot.
Coming, delayed call. Penalty
shot. Penalty shot. Most exciting play in hockey. I love this.
Most exciting play in sports. Here we go.
We need this in the National Hockey League after games. Did you hear that too, Gary?
I heard that. This is going to be the first penalty shot of the tournament, either in North America or in Europe.
And it's being taken by a Moorhead, Minnesota native, Jason Blake of the New York Islanders.
What's he going to do, guys? What do you think? I say 5-hole.
I think up right shoulder.
Right shoulder. I think he's going right between his legs. Go with the safe bet. What do you say, Bill?
I say go in and look for the 5-hole. If it isn't there, pull it to the backhand and go shelf.
We're going to find out.
Shot, Blake moving in. Bryzgalov.
Oh, what a
save made by Bryzgalov. He came out and met him and did not give Blake any room, and Blake got too close to do anything but try and put it through on the ice.
Well, this is what guys try to do in the National Hockey League a lot. They try to come in, they try to make the goaltender commit to one side, and then they throw it back between the goalie's legs.
Flipped up on him, though. Watch.
Right?
See how the puck flipped up on him before he even got the shot off.
And a great play by the goaltender to stick his stick out and negate the shot.
Big chance on a penalty shot coming here in the second period. Here's a shot. Save made on a deflection. May have gone off the stick, and why Jamie Langenbrunner was open. Langenbrunner comes back to pick it up, leaves it at a point. Team USA really putting some firepower on here in the period. Langenbrunner, Halbrand, Connor Walchuk. That's Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner taken down in behind the net. Big pileup back there with...
what
a shot into the middle. That got deflected on a block. Turnaround chance by Miller. Dumped it in behind the net. Halbrand right back up. Big hit put on. Kozlov was in behind the net.
Kovalev hit him, though. Boy, did he ever nail it.
Oh, that hurt.
You know the only thing wrong with penalty shots, though? They're over way too quick.
They want to go right back to play. Yeah, it'll be held in by Datsuk. Dumps it back in behind the net. Samsonov, rather, got it around the boards. Into the middle, attempted. Intercepted. Konowalchuk will clear that one out and head to the bench.
Well,
2-1, USA lead.
One thing I like what the U.S. is doing, right after Russia scored a goal, the Americans came right back and put the pressure right back over the Russians again. We thrive on doing that. Take the momentum away right away after a goal scored. USA did a great job of doing that.
Samsonov got it up to Alexei Yashin. Yashin got knocked off the puck. Team USA moves it. Shots are 10-10. This has not been a game filled with many shots. It has hits Chelios, Zubras on the near side. Wow, Zubras with a big hit right there. Say, you ready for some football? ABC's Monday Night Football officially opens its 35th season as the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots will begin their defense against Peyton Manning and the Colts. It all begins tomorrow, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, ABC Sports Championship TV.
I'm not ready for football.
But
Alexei, they're going to play anyway.
Alexei Kovalev is. That is who steamrolled Jeff Halpern in the corner, and then Dinas Zubras. The Russians are upping the ante in a physical sense.
They're not going to back away here. The goal by Afanasenkov, his first of the tournament. Chubarov and Gonchar got the assist. Wait, trying to turn it. Did right off the goaltender's stick, and he never saw it. Bryzgalov had the stick on the ice, and that's what it hit. Played by Amati. Amati looking into the middle. Shot. Bryzgalov again. And again he covers it up. And again it was Wade.
What strength by Waiter in front of the net. And I say Waiter because I know him. I'm sorry about that. But the strength that he has to keep that defenseman off him and still get a shot. Great play by Tony. Get it in. Amati right there. Look at the strength to still get a shot on.
Dmitry Kalinin had him pretty well tied up. Didn't have the stick tied up.
He's looking up overhead to see it. He had 14 goals, 51 assists with St. Louis. Waite did. There are the scoring chances with USA on top. 7-2 in that department in the second period. But Russia's put one up on the board to make it a one-goal game. Cleared off the far side and out of the zone. Again knocked away by Drury. 2-on-3 the other way. Drury's on the far side. Centering pass to him by Gomez got blocked into the corner. And Chubarov was over there to play it out of the zone. Russia's trying to wind it up at center and get through. Blake dropped a great pass shot. Deflected off the body and trickles in on Bryzgalov. USA leading it by a score 2-1. It could have been more as Blake, the Minnesota native, had everybody up for the penalty shot, but Bryzgalov denied. Welcome back to our Toyota World Cup of Hockey, coming your way from St. Paul. USA leading it by a score of 2-1. We're on ESPN2, and great to have you with us. Shots 11-10 in favor of Team USA. Winner of this will be playing here on Friday against an opponent to be determined, depending on the outcome of the Canada game. Canada's got to play Slovakia tomorrow in Toronto, and then we'll have the two coming from Europe and the two from North America who will be ready to go at it in the semifinals. This is the elimination round. And right now, Russia's putting some heat on here in the second period. Puck bouncing a little bit, can't be controlled as Datsuk tried to knock that one down. Russia gets it right back into the zone again. And again, I was playing the heck out of it.
What a save.
What a chance.
He got a piece of that, Kovalchuk did.
Kovalchuk was coming through the middle and just diving and redirected that one and knocked it away.
I think his skates were off the ice when he got it with his stick. He was airborne.
They are scary when they get going. That one knocked away by Kasparaitis. Kasparaitis, he's played a heck of a tournament.
I hear the Atlanta Thrashers are going to trade him.
Not. Datsuk shoots that one up and into the netting where it will
to the
be
Flyers.
whistled.
You figure Kovalchuk's going to get traded to the Flyers, do you, Jeremy?
Yeah, why not?
Here's the play. Effing again off of the Buffalo Sabres. Got himself a little room. And Kovalchuk in midair. Did Ash get a piece of that?
Ash got a piece of it. What a great save of it. He got a big piece of it. Went into the corner. Great play by both players. Wow.
Kovalchuk, one of the great young stars of the National Hockey League. Thought it was right there. They thought we were going to get a call. Habanov just touched that up. Leach a shot through a screen. As Brizgalov got run into on the way through, knocked away by Langenbrunner, never saw it, but it wasn't on net. Halpern turned it into the corner. Back up, Leach, he'll take it. That get deflected in front, poked away to the near corner. Langenbrunner battling away out in front of the net. I mean, Langenbrunner really going at it. Here's Kovalchuk to Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner looking into the middle. Penalty coming, delayed call. And there's the whistle, and it's part of the battles going on around the net.
Yeah, a little cross check. Guy got a little frustrated. He doesn't like getting hit. He takes a retaliation penalty with the cross check.
Well, I could tell you something. When the play gets to within 5 feet of the wall of the boards, Langenbrunner and Konowalchuk and Jeff Halpern are dominant. This is their game. Cross check right over the back of Konowalchuk and snap the twig.
That doesn't feel good. He's not going to feel good in the morning waking up, I guarantee you.
Well, which guy? This guy or?
Well, it depends on if he gets him back later in the game. But
doesn't feel good if you're in the penalty box either.
Konowalchuk's not going to feel too good after that one.
11:57, the time of the penalty on the cross check. First power play lasted only 17 seconds. There's Konowalchuk who took the brunt of that. And that'll be cleared out by Brizgalov off the face-off chance.
He's got a harder wrist shot than I did.
Pretty good. Team USA, they get a chance here in their first full power play. Team USA on the power play so far here in this tournament has not had a lot of success on it, as they are 2 for 13. 2 for 13 on the power play. The other side of the coin, Russia's been outstanding on their penalty kill. They've had one of the best penalty killing units in all of the tournament, both the European and North American teams. They've only given up 1 on 12 chances. Shot put on in the corner. Freed up into the middle, short-handed opportunity. You want to keep an eye on Yashin and again off. Guys who could skate out here have a chance. Yashin dumped it in.
Great kill for Dinas Zubras. Number 9 for Russia. He made 2 excellent plays to get the puck down the ice.
Right back in by Tkachuk, has already got the 2 goals in this game with Team USA. They keep the line together on the power play. Madano looking. They change up on the points now. Leach will stay out there, and Martin will come out to join him on the power play points. Billy Guerin got taken down, cleared out of the zone. Good effort to knock the puck away in the penalty killing unit of Russia. Done a good job to send this thing the length of the ice. Fine play at the other end by Dmitry Kalinin on that last play to get Guerin off the puck. This is Madano for Guerin into the middle. It got deflected. 2-on-2 the other way for a moment. Chubarov will move it up. Chubarov trying to go through. Check missed. It's whistled offside here, and Tkachuk's all right.
Wow.
Well, he was doing his Darius Kasparaitis impression.
I don't know who was in the more trouble there, Keith or Chubarov. Keith just missed getting a piece from him. He just got the worst of this. One there, and then again into the boards here. Oh, that was close.
He backed up, looking like he was going to be a defenseman, and said, no, I like body contact. I'm not going to back up.
Went back into it and then went sliding along the boards. Team USA has it. 18 seconds left to go in the power play. Scott Gomez has come out on the power play unit. He'll move it into the zone, take the shot, save made, and a nice stick move Brizgalov let that one go a little further than he wanted, so he pulled it back in and held on with 10 to go in the advantage. Tomorrow, the quarterfinals of the World Cup of Hockey on ESPN2 wrap up in Toronto. It'll be Mario Lemieux Team Canada taking on Slovakia. The action begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. Winner of this game plays here on Friday. Knocked back away. Sweden got beat today. Finland is probably the team that's going to be here. Finland will be here, in fact, to take on the winner of this game in all likelihood. Move back into the middle. Power play is over, and that will be whistled on the offside. So Team USA unable to convert, and a penalty coming up behind the play.
No penalty.
Really amazing the number of fans who have come from Europe, Slovakia, and Russia. Ran into a group of the Slovakians the other night. They were like, "We watch you all the time on TV." I said, "I'm telling that to my agent. We're going to get some residuals on that one. I appreciate your help."
What's the currency du jour in Slovakia?
I don't know, but it's more than we're getting paid for it. Donna Walchuk at center had it knocked away. Halpern came over to get it. Deflected off the boards of Fedoganov. Sends it into the zone. Miller was there. Good play by Miller. As Russia's creating some turnovers now at center ice, and it's because of the physical play. Jamie Langenbrunner made the move, got by Pavel Datsyuk, but he got met in the zone by Gonchar. Tipped back deeper. Halpern near side. Halpern. It's a little shot from behind. 5:23 left to go. Second period. Team USA had a 2-0 lead. Russia got on the board and has made it 2-1. And the play has just toughened up as we've gone along. Little stick into the midsection is going to get called right there. Delayed whistle, and there it is. Tripping. And guess who?
Darius is not very happy right now. I'm sure he's looking over there and saying, "He dove. I barely touched him. He's a better skater than that." Too bad, Darius. You're going to the box again.
Tell you one thing you gotta love about Darius Kasparaitis. He bleeds whatever color he's wearing. And he has in the NHL.
Well said.
And I can see his point on that one. Steve Konowalchuk got him.
He almost tripped over the feet. They kind of knocked feet a little bit. So skeptical call, but still, power play USA.
14:30, the time of it. This will be the third power play. Team USA won a very short one. They were 0 for 2 with only one shot on the power play, and now in the tournament have gone 2 for 14 on the advantage.
I can tell you what Russia's doing. They're coming with a no-respect penalty kill. Watch how they try not to let Team USA set up once they get the blue line. They'll try to go right to him and force a turnover.
Here's Tkachuk looking into the middle. Tkachuk poke checked away on that pass by Wisniewski, who's played a ton here tonight.
See the big chase everywhere the puck is. Now Mike Modano is still getting chased.
Oh, what a
that
pass.
one he tried to bounce out in front. Modano, it came right back to him. Team USA clogging up the middle. Short-handed opportunity the other way. Zubras heading to the net. That'll be held onto by Esch as Leach takes Zubras out of the play, and Esch decides he better hang on.
I talked about earlier how Mike Modano, the skill that he has with his passing and how good he is with the puck. You got to watch this little play because this is what you don't see at home, but we notice behind the net. He gets it. Watch this little pass to the other side, and Oleg's like, "Oh my God, Trevodowski, where'd the puck go?" And it's a good scoring chance on the other side. What a heads-up play by Modano.
Short-handed opportunity gets deflected up and into the screen. That will be whistled, and the face-off will stay in the USA zone.
Those are the things that we as professional athletes, we marvel at the guys that can do it because it's so hard to feather a pass like that where nobody else knows what the open guy is, and bang, there's a scoring chance. And Mike Modano is perfect at that.
I think you marvel at it. Should have had my hands.
He just stood back there and watched it happen.
Yeah, but you're a good-looking guy, boy.
Oh, my gosh.
Get away from me.
Chris Chelios had to knock that one away, or that would have been a goner at the other end. Good play by Chelios. Zabarov came out to play that. Power play down to 55 seconds for Team USA. Brian Smolinski was in the corner, and it'll be cleared out of the zone. Paul Martin coming back. Martin out working one of the points here. Tony Amani cycles with him. Waite goes by. Doug Waite will pick it up. Waite brings it in. Smolinski heading to the net. Smolinski poke checked away into the corner. Around the boards, near side point. Chelios dropped it. Shot deflected off Martin's chance and cleared out again by Wisniewski. Wisniewski's not leaving the ice.
This is where USA really needs Dougie Waite. Dougie Waite's played 3 games right now, and he has no points. And I know that USA... Oh!
Martin open save made Brizgalov. Martin was screaming down the left wing side.
Gary, you brought up a good point about Wisniewski, who's still out there, but this is the second period, and he's a left D-man. He's a long way. He's about 1.5 miles right now, at least. Probably feels as if he is from his bench. Gets to change now, but that's what happens when you can't clear all the way down the ice.
Power play is over. Leach brings it in. Leach dropped it off to the point. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Gomez left it low. Back into the middle. Curry trying to find a little room. Blake to the dot. Nobody there. And a whistle and another penalty in front of Bryant. It's going to be a cross-checking call. We'll check in and see what's going on elsewhere. David and Barry.
All right, JR's heating up for this broadcasting thing.
Should be, man. This is America's last chance. I love the way the Americans responded after the Russians scored the goal. They took over. But now the Americans have had 2 power plays and a penalty shot in a row. So you got to think the Russians are going to get some power play time.
A 1-goal game. Things getting very interesting. We'll have a lot more. Second intermission. Back to the broadcast booth.
17,218, the announced attendance, not a sellout. Second game in a row that they have not had a sellout here after going about 4 years, having sold out every pro game that got played here. Leach goes at 17:03. Russia gets the power play, their third of the game. They're 0 for 2. They've had 3 shots, but here's a great chance for Russia to tie this game up at the end of the second period. See what they do on the power play. They're 0 for 13 in the tournament. That deflected to Halprin. Halprin will send it.
Good block by Ken Klee in front of Robert Esch.
Our Toyota World Cup of Hockey and ESPN2. It's the United States and Russia elimination round. The winner will stay here and play on Friday on ESPN2 in a semifinal game. That's moved in on the hard wraparound to the near side. Datsuk knocked that one down. Held in at the point. They get it set up with 1:10 left to go on the power play. Off the near side wall, Alexei Yashin half boards, heads to the net. They trap 2 down low. Russia does on this power play, setting up screens, only 1 back. Near side open shot, save made by Esch. Waite had it, lost it, up to the blue line, and it came out.
Good break for the U.S. The Russians really got in there. They started setting it up. They got a good setup, getting some shots. A little bounce pass off over the blue line just takes a lot of pressure. I know a lot of guys in the U.S. are just taking a big sigh of relief right now.
But I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, the U.S. penalty killers did, of staying in the shooting lanes. How many times did we see a Russian player wind up and then hold up? Didn't bother taking the shot.
And that one, Drury tried to clear. Bouncing puck didn't go very far for him. 46 left in the power play. 1:41 left to go here in the second period. Team USA leading it, trying to kill off the penalty. Kovalev will bring it in. Kovalev shuts it down. Drops it off into the corner. Team USA right on the puck on the penalty kill there, going after it as well. Sent around the far side by Gonchar. He's got a cannon at the point, but he's got to chase this down. And Team USA will change up on their penalty killing unit on the players coming from behind. Here's Gonchar. Gonchar will send that one in deep. He's a 4-goal scorer. In the 15 games he played with the Bruins, 4 goals and 15 assists for him. 55 out there on one of the points. That got deflected. Behind the net, 4 seconds left on the power play. Russia running out of time on it. It's over. Shot in through the middle, deflected to the near side, back to 5-on-5. That close, though, to getting one done off Leach, who just came out of the box. It deflects away.
Really good job by the Godfather, Chris Chelios, the Godfather of USA hockey, on this kill. At 49 years old, 42 years old.
49, that's not right.
42 isn't right. He's a freak of nature to be able to play this game at the intensity level and the strength level that he does.
And to tell you what, he's probably in the best shape of anybody on the ice right there, too.
That ain't right.
Kovalchuk lost that one, sent back in. 23 seconds left to go in the period. Gonchar cleared it up. Kachuk on the intercept. Gonchar and Kachuk collide. So Team USA trying to hang on to this 1-goal lead. Kachuk has had both of their goals. 11:20 of the first, 1:56 of the second. Fenesenkov scoring at 7:14 of the second. And that's the way we're going to end. Nope, 2.1 second left to go. So we'll get another face-off.
There's my boy, Chris Chelios. I played with him in Chicago, and one thing that I've learned about him is no matter where you are, who he's playing, he plays the same every single, look at that, every single night, 18 years.
Ovechkin's 18 years old, playing for Russia. Chris Chelios, 42 years. Chris Chelios had already played a handful of games in the NHL before this man, Alexander Ovechkin, the #1 overall draft pick, was born.
Amazing, huh?
How does he do it? Absolute freak of nature.
Team USA trying to move on to the semifinals. They've got one more period they've got to win to get there. As we've completed 2, the shots are 14-13 in favor of Team USA. The physical part of the game picked up both sides. Tkachuk got his second goal of the game. Fedosenkov in, made it 2-1, and that's where we are.
Welcome to the Toyota World Cup of Hockey on ESPN2. United States 2, Russia 1 through 40 minutes in St. Paul, Minnesota. USA trying to claw their way to a semifinal battle later this week. Barry Melrose and David Amber here in the ESPN studios. Standing by Aaron Andrews as a special guest, one Jamie Langenbrunner.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Your line has been put into the past 2 lineups because Ron Wilson wanted energy, he wanted pressure out there, physical play. You've done that. How have you had to adjust your game to fill this role?
Well, not much. I try to do the same thing during the season, so filling this role is kind of natural. And I'm playing with 2 guys that are on the same page as me, and we're all going in the same direction, and makes things a lot easier that way.
You're playing in front of your hometown crowd. How much do you enjoy that?
It's a lot of fun. Playing New Jersey, we don't get here very often. We didn't get here last year, so getting a few games here has been real enjoyable, and hopefully we'll get another win out of it.
Thanks so much. Good luck next period.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back out to you.
All right, thank you, Aaron. Coach, you're Ron Wilson. You're in that dressing room. What are you telling the guys?
Don't change a thing. You're here because you're out working Russia. You're playing harder than Russia. You want it more than Russia. Keep attacking. Don't try and win this game 2-1. It won't happen. And stay out of the penalty box. That's when the Russians are their best.
Yes, penalties could be problems in the third period. We'll wait and see. No problems earlier today for the Czech Republic.
No, that's
Game
for sure.
1 of our doubleheader
Man.
In Stockholm. Quarterfinal action, Sweden and the Czech Republic. Back left crossbow to Martin Straka to the back of the net. It was all about the Martins today.
Watch right here. Straka and Martin Havlik combined. Martin Havlik gets a tough pass from Straka, wins a physical battle in front of the net. Yager didn't score, but he was a leader defensively. When Jaromir Jagr's working his hard, folks, good things are going to happen for the Czech national team. They did today. Right here, you're going to see a great pass. Hold up. Dvorak goes to the far post. That's a shorthanded goal. Nothing was good for Sweden. We saw our first work stoppage of the year. The Swedes did it. They were awful.
Yeah, they have been locked out permanently out of this tournament. Czech Republic
locked out of Sweden.
They were getting booed off the ice as the Czech Republic wins this one. 6-1 is your final. This is how it all stacks up. Finland, they're off to the semifinals. They beat Germany 2-1. Czech Republic, they're off to the semifinals. The matchups have not yet been determined. USA leads Russia 2-1, and of course Slovakia and Canada. If the U.S. hangs on and if Canada wins, sets up a very interesting semifinal situation. We'll break that all down for you as it develops here on the World Cup of Hockey. Coming up, well, more from the intermission. We'll keep you up to date with what else is going on and talk to the coach some more. USA 2-1 after 2. Welcome back to the ESPN studios. Barry Melrose and David Amber. Glad to have you along. Russia hasn't won a major international hockey tournament since the 1993 World Championships. What's happening in their dressing room right now?
Well, the coach is telling his players that they're due, number one, and he's telling them to stay out of the penalty box, especially Kasparaitis. The referees know Kasparaitis. They know how hard he plays. You got to love his fire and heart, but he's a watch man out there. Just play on the edge and keep your cool. 1 goal down on the other team's building on the road is not a bad situation for a road team to be in.
Team USA clinging to a 1-goal lead. Third period action is coming your way with Gary, Bill, and JR from St. Paul, Minnesota. Keep it locked right here. Third period next.
ESPN2's presentation of the Toyota World Cup of Hockey is brought to you by the Toyota Tundra Double Cab. Not just big, life-sized. And Samuel Adams. When you're ready for a distinctive brew, Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
That's when you're ready for a distinctive brew. 3 guys who are. Welcome back, everybody. The United States leading Russia by a score of 2-1. Jeremy Roddick, Bill Clement. I'm Gary Thorne. Team USA trying to move it on. What do you think, JR?
Well, I like their chances. If they continue the game plan, they keep clogging up the middle, take away the speed of the Russians, and make sure they don't let the guys like Yashinin, Kovalev, and Kovalchuk. I think they got a great chance.
I said 3 things before the game. Commitment had to be there. It's definitely there. They're playing. Team USA is playing very well defensively. I said 3 things for Team USA to win. Second thing was the Madonna line had to get it done offensively. They've scored both goals. The third thing is now going to come into play, and that is Robert Esche playing like an elite goaltender. You've got to know that in this third period with a 2-1 lead, he will face his toughest demand possibly yet in the tournament.
Russia picked the play up physically in that second period. Let's see what happens here. No team's overcome a deficit yet in these World Cup games. Pretty incredible. The team that scored first, 13-0-1. No team has been able to come from behind to win a game that held up right through today's play. And now we'll see if it holds up here tonight in St. Paul. Tkachuk has led this team with 2 goals. He's also had 4 shots to lead Team USA.
I think also the U.S. really right now has to make sure that they don't sit back. It's the worst thing they can do.
There's this 3-on-2 down low shot. Score! Zobrist! And this game is tied.
I shouldn't have opened my mouth, but I did. What a great pass. What a great goal. A little turnover on the blue line, and that's how these guys transition. 1 pass, 2 pass in the net.
We've said about Team Russia since this tournament began. Some of the most explosive forwards on the planet. And when you make mistakes against them, especially in the neutral zone, this is what happens. Ryan Leach got caught up and Halpern didn't back him up.
Dana Zubrus, watch this, look at him just turn and get ready for the pass again. Makes a pass over, turns back, gets ready for the one-time shot, and he just puts a stick down. Easy goal for Zubrus.
He had 12 goals with Washington this past season. He's got a goal here, and this game is tied at 2-2, and it comes in the first minute of the 3rd period.
Well, he has been their defensive star in this game. We talked about him killing penalties. He has been their most dominant forward. If anybody deserved to score, Dina Zubrus did.
Here is Blake, and now how large does that penalty shot that Blake had loom as he was denied by Brizgalov in what could have been a 3-1 game at that point.
It's almost as if Team USA was living on borrowed time anyway. They've had 4 odd man rushes against. Team USA has only had 1 odd man rush themselves, so you can't beat a team as talented as Russia given that many odd man rushes out.
The shots are now even at 14. The game is even at 2. Billy Guerin, a blast deflected to the near side. That was a hard shot that came off the blocker. Guerin looking for Modano, trying to find him into the middle. Tkachuk knocked it down. Brizgalov couldn't handle it, but it's picked back up and moved out of the zone. Ovechkin, the youngster. Ovechkin got taken down at center. Ovechkin has played very little. He is the young man out there who's only 18 years old, wearing number 8, and he's not been on the ice very much. Tkachuk dropped it, shot, hit the outside of the net, deflected back in behind it. Couple of turnovers right there by Russia. Tkachuk went down on the ice trying to get that puck and couldn't do it. Moved back by Sankov. He gets tied up as he tried to skate it into the zone, which you're not going to do on either team the way this game has been played. This is going to be covered at the other end by Gonchar. Gonchar, they gave it up. Wait, shot, save. USA chant is up here in St. Paul. The tying goal by Zubrus at 36 seconds into the period. Centering pass, blocked. Ovechkin, the youngster, number 8, blocked that. Sent back for Wade. Kasparaitis right there with him. The assist went to Yashin on the goal by Zubrus to tie it up at 2-2 here in the 3rd period.
And again, U.S. right after a goal responds. They come back and take the play back to them. Don't let Russia get confident. They get a goal, they take it right back.
Samsonov coming in. Samsonov centered. Shot deflected in a pile. Team USA gets a break on that one. Samsonov was had a couple of shots in the game. Set that one up. This will be touched for the icing.
What do you remember in the first game, the first goal that they scored, I think it was Zubrus that did it. Around the net, throw the puck at the net, and the puck ended up going off of Chris Chelios' foot. Again, behind the net, just throw it to the crease. You never know what's going to happen. You can go off a skate, off a stick, and Esche won't see it. Good play by Esche to get his leg on it.
That was close. Rafalski moves that one up to the far side. Team USA had a 2-0 lead in this game. Now the last 2 goals have been scored by Russia. Connor Walchuk wanted to go on that one, but it just stayed away from him. Into the zone, Martin had it, poke checked away, Tevodorsky. Tevodorsky had to back it up near side. Konowalchuk stole it, sent back in, bouncing puck down the middle. Moved off the near side by Wisniewski. Wisniewski has done yeoman's work defensively in this game. He has had to play a ton. Little hook and ride there by Halpern, able to hold his man up and got the puck as Samsonov tried to move into the zone. Looking up ice. Rafalski couldn't dump it in deep. They want to change. Langenbrunner sends. Held onto by Brizgalov in behind the net. Brizgalov has been outstanding again, has made some big saves, as has Esch. Both goaltenders have been tested. Centering pass blocked. Sliding dive. Havanov that time to prevent the opportunity. Into the zone. Zubrus flying by Chelios. Chelios poke checks into the skates. Zubrus jammed it away. Good play to Frolov. Frolov double teamed, sent it off the back of the net. Zubris has got it. This line churning now for Russia. Frolov on Chelios, centering in front, nobody there. It hit off 3 sticks and came to the high slot. Jammed up in the air by Drury just to get a change. And now it gets real tense. Yashin brings his line out, turnover. Tkachuk looking for the hat trick, penalty coming, shot blocked. Goal! Team USA back on top. Gomez!
How many turnovers are you going to have until you learn? Can't turn the puck over the blue line. That's like 4 or 5 in a row. Finally, U.S. makes them pay.
It was Keith Tkachuk that ended up with the puck after the turnover had been forced by Scott Gomez. And Gomez actually spun around and made a beeline for the net. That's why you go to the net. Under the arm of Brizgalov, and Team USA has regained the lead.
God, is Keith Tkachuk a man possessed tonight or what?
Well, Gomez created the turnover that Keith Tkachuk picked up, so together they were brilliant together on the play.
Great game underway here. That one banged to the near side wall. 3-2. Team USA back on top. If in a second, trying to line that one up. Billy Guerin. Guerin's got Modano and Tkachuk. 3-on-2. Moves it into the middle. Dropped it. Guerin looking. The flick and score! Score! Tkachuk cutting the net! Hat trick!
Are you kidding me? Hey, Bill, what a call by you in the beginning of this game to watch this line. You guys don't know what an unbelievable passing play that just happened. Keith Tkachuk with the hat trick. Look at Billy, look at this guy. Look at Mike Modano right back. Keith going to the net. Hat trick! Keith Tkachuk.
And I'll tell you what sacrifice is all about. Billy Guerin's a shooter. He thinks shoot first almost all the time. When it counted the most, Billy Guerin thought about passing to Keith Tkachuk.
That is the first hat trick that has been scored in this World Cup of Hockey this year. Tkachuk has 3. Team USA 2 goals in a matter of 22 seconds. Has taken a 4-2 lead. And it comes right on the heels of the Russian goal that tied it.
You talk about grabbing a game by the throat. Keith Tkachuk got out there on this goal with his regular line mate. Scott Gomez was out with him on the goal right before this one because Gomez hadn't made his change yet.
Modano gets an assist, so does Guerin. Mike Modano's got 3 assists in this game and 5 in the tournament.
Just when you think the Russians turn the tables, turn the tides, tie it up, you think the momentum's going to go to them, U.S. bounces right back and scores 2 huge goals.
The first one, Gomez from Tkachuk at 4:25, and then Tkachuk from Modano and Guerin 22 seconds later at 4:47. And Team USA on top by a score of 4-2, as all of a sudden the offense, as a result of errors, comes to the fore here in this third period. That'll be moved in by Afanasenkov. Afanasenkov with Chelios. Rides him into the glass. Langenbrunner's coming in to help. Zubris trying to dig it out, or dug out along the near side by Ovechkin, the youngster. Ovechkin cutting to the net. They can't get the pass to him. Chelios taking his man down. Turned up the near side. Chris Chelios get into it with Chabarov and put him down on the ice. Near side, Team USA stays on side as Langenbrunner dumps it in. So Team USA looking to go to the semifinals here on Friday, which will be seen on ESPN2.
You know, Jeremy's spoken about, JR has mentioned Team USA's bounce-back ability after a Russian goal. I mean, just incredible to be able to come back. Russia hasn't had a shot since they scored. Team USA's had 4 shots, including both goals.
Great save. Rebound. Samsonov went skating by it. Down the middle was Kozlov, who was wide open.
And just when you talk about a great shot and a great save.
Team USA making changes behind the play. Knocked down and centered by Drury. Couldn't get it through the middle. Drury cutting in. Konowalchuk left it behind the net. Konowalchuk hitting to the front, trying to get free. Centered. Drury the intended, but it was underneath. 13:33 left to go. Third period. USA clears the end. Here's Gomez looking. Gomez tried to center. Puck rolled away from him. Samsonov coming over to get it. Samsonov turns that one back off the far side to Kozlov. Kozlov leaves it near side. Russia changing behind the play. Kasparaitis in. Kasparaitis tried to turn, taken out by Guerin. Modano wide. Tkachuk. Tkachuk's got him. He's got Guerin. Down the middle. Guerin's got to go to the wall. Guerin trying to return it into the middle and nowhere to go. As Wisniewski came in, cut him off. Poke checked away. Russia's got to hustle it now, down by 2, even though there's 12 plus to go here in the period. Moving in, centering pass, that one got blocked.
Brian Leach.
Leachy was there with a stick on the ice. Guerin heading out with Modano on that line now. Zubers put it back into the middle. Poke checked again by Leach. Here's Tkachuk. Tkachuk looking for a 4-goal game, whistled on a 2-liner. We'll take a look. The goals that have come in a flurry when we come back. 4-2, Team USA.
Keith Tkachuk's hat trick. Gets them all different ways. Tip in. Go to the front of the net. Little shot, 5-hole. And then a great pass, driving to the net. And great hand-eye coordination. Puck going under Kasparaitis' stick. Hat trick for Keith Tkachuk.
One thing they all had in common, he was within about 6 feet of the paint.
I think Keith has like 435 goals. I think 434 of them come from inside near the crease.
Getting down to the dirty area. Turnaround shot. Brizgalov reached, didn't have to do it. Team USA, first 3 games, 4 goals. Tonight, 4 goals. And a 4-2 lead over Russia as they look to move on to the semifinals. They would play here in St. Paul on Friday with a win. And that'll be touched up for the icing call. And we're going to find out who else is going to go from North America tomorrow. The World Cup of Hockey, ESPN2. The wrap-up when it'll be Mario Lemieux, Team Canada, taking on Slovakia. The winner of that game moves on to the semifinals. Action begins ESPN2 tomorrow at 7 Eastern.
You know, talking about Keith Tkachuk and being in that dirty area, what we like to call it, that is such a hard place to go into, to bring your body in there. When I played with Keith in Phoenix, you should have seen the bruises that he had the next day after games just from being in front of the net and take a beating. But they scored the goals.
Wisniewski moves it out. That's paying the price. Russia's not done here yet, though. They know this is their last chance. You win or you're out of it here in this elimination round. Lots of teams talked about that, including the Czech Republic, who came up with the big win today over Sweden. As Peter Stasny, who was heading up Slovakia, said, you can lose the first 3. Who cares? When you get into the second, you win those, you've done it all. Moved along the blue line and deflected to the near side. Slovakia is going to try and do that against Team Canada. That'll be moved off the far side. Chelios cutting in. Had an angle for a moment, had it taken away.
Without a doubt, it's scary to play one game. I mean, it's just like playing a Game 7. Or the other equivalent would be playing the last game of the regular season in the NHL. If you win, you make the playoffs. And if you lose, you don't. Those are the similarities to this kind of format.
And no matter how good you are, you can have that bad game. And if that happens to be the one, so be it. Move back out through center off the near side. Klee closing in on 10:52 to go here. Backhander knocked away. Tkachuk behind the net, pinned up. Guerin deflected. Didn't really get a lot on it. It bounced in front, and Brizgalov covered.
Well, on the chalkboard in Team USA's room this morning after their morning skate was written this by Ron Wilson: when doing a job, large or small, do it right or not at all. Team USA has done it right so far in this game. It also could have read, do it right or call U-Haul. Because you're going home if you don't win.
Remember, Team USA is trying to defend the lead. World Cup played in '96 when the United States upset Canada in what then was a 3-game final. Wilson was the coach of that team. You've got Tkachuk, who was also there on that team. In fact, Hull, who's not playing tonight, Leclerc, who's not on the team, and Tkachuk had 18 of the 37 goals back in '96 for Team USA. So now they're trying to defend it. Now with Guerin, Tkachuk, and Modano piling up numbers.
3 goals and 6 assists. 5 shots for the line. But here's the big bullet. Keith Tkachuk has them all.
How about a pretty amazing night? We got to pick an MVP tonight, which we do. At the moment, seems pretty obvious. Miller trying to drop it off, gave it away, and that was close to an opportunity. Gonchar held it in, still looking. Zubers gets hit in the face, and a penalty coming, and this could be a big call if he's cut. A penalty coming on the near side, a high stick. Zubers got it in the face. He's got a shield on there, and the question is how many minutes?
That's Brad Watson with the explanation. Depending on the call. Oh my gracious. Don't crown an MVP too quickly.
You're right. This is 5.
And guess who gets it too? Brian Leach, the man that Team USA on the blue line can least afford to lose.
Double minor. It'll be a double minor and a 4-minute power play coming up for Russia.
You can't say that Dyna Zubris hasn't bled for his country and bled for his team, literally and figuratively. Their best PK guy scored a goal for Russia and now has drawn the penalty that sends Brian Leach to the sin bin for 4 minutes.
The least likely of the members of Team USA to draw a penalty, period. So a 4-minute power play here underway for Russia. They are 0 for 14 on the power play in this tournament. And a chance right here with 9:54 to go to get right back in.
Spotlight is on Robert Ashe right now.
Davidorsky dropped it. They're looking off the half wall. Not a lot of room. Datsuk doesn't want to go in. Team USA staying back now. Datsuk heads to the middle. Centering pass gets blocked. Cleared up, not out. Davidorsky held it in over to Datsuk. Datsuk. A little pushing and shoving down low. Not a lot, though. Again, looking. Datsuk. They're letting him hold the puck and not doing anything with it. Hamanov sends it in behind the net. Frolov. They don't have anybody in front of the power play right now. Hamanov drops it. Now Datsuk goes there. Turnaround. Save made by Ashe. Just tried to jam it home. Davidorsky again. They go back up on top looking. Shot there. Save made. Rebound. Saved by Ashe. Rebound still loose. Datsuk trying to find it. It's covered.
Oh, man. Wow. What a left pad save by Robert Ashe. Firepower on the doorstep in the paint and robbery right there. You know, there's a great irony about what's taking place on this penalty kill. Robert Ashe has 2 of his arch-rival New Jersey Devils players as defensemen in front of him, Paul Martin and Brian Rafalski, and they are all on the same page on this play.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you ask Robert Ashe who you want on the ice, he's going to want someone from the New Jersey Devils.
Score! A one-timer from the left side that went through a screen, and it is a 1-goal game, and Kovalchuk, who had 41 regular season goals, makes it 4-3.
You mentioned he was going to be parked over there, but that's the first time they were able to get the puck to him.
And it comes with 2:51 left on the penalty clock. So that power play, they're going to continue it.
Well, just what I said earlier in the earlier power play, they're going to try to get that puck over to Kovalchuk all wound up on that right side, and he let it go. He's going to let it go from everywhere, and it just seemed to sneak by Robert Ashe's pads.
But that's a key, Gary. They got one during the first minor, and that means now they've got another full 2 to go.
Yep, now they put it to 2 minutes, of course, and the power play continues here. The second power play. Samsonov drops it off, and that's going to be whistled. It was brought in offside. Their first power play of this tournament makes it a 4-3 game.
Well, there's a kid. I don't think there is a player in the National Hockey League who is more exciting to watch than Ilya Kovalchuk. One guy can go coast to coast from end to end, beat everybody twice, and score a goal. I hate it when he's on the ice against me.
Now let's see if Russia can come back and get another. Power play still underway. Ashe had to knock that one away. It goes up into the top as Kovalchuk again out there. And another opportunity coming in off that left wing side. Ilya Kovalchuk, 41 goals, 46 assists, 87 points. He's had 108 goals in 227 games. One of the best starts for a young NHL player ever. In fact, only 5 players have had more goals since the 2001-2002 season than Kovalchuk. That's how good he's been.
Got the Atlanta Thrashers logo on his undershirt.
Davidorsky a shot that got deflected. Langenbrunner clears. The goal at 11:04. Kovalchuk gets his first of this tournament. Samsonov and Kovalev pick up the assists. 1:15 left to go in the Russian power play. They are down by 1. Yashin had to wait way offside as he deked Frolov.
Very uncharacteristic, first of all, for Yashin to make a move on the blue line, and the 2 Russians to go across the blue line and go back in. These guys are so poised with the puck, I'm surprised that they just went offside there.
Alexei Yashin on the draw, won it. Bouncing on Davidorsky. He's got to take it back in his own end. 1 minute left to go on the Russian power play. Davidorsky goes in behind the net. Davidorsky trying to center it past. Chelios blocked it. Played by Yashin in the corner. Chelios on him. Pushed it away. Good play by Chelios.
Excellent play. Boy, he had 2 players to deal with. He kept hacking and whacking.
There's Chelly, stays out there on the penalty killing unit. 42 seconds left to go. Kovalchuk stays out on the power play unit for Russia. Kovalchuk will rush it. Kovalchuk gets to the blue line, sends it into the corner, tries to chase it. Miller held it. Out for Doug Waite. Again, Chelios moved it around.
Now that was the thinking man's play. So with Chris Chelios, you can get the brute strength, the tenacity of the junkyard dog, or you can get the genius play like he just made.
What a finish we've got for you here with 7:10 to go in this game, with one team moving on to the semifinals and one going home. Russia's still got 9 on the power play. But no matter what, they've made it a one-goal game here. They try and get it set up in front. Spinning Kozlov. Kozlov tied up, pushed to the point. Good play to hold it in. Penalty is over. Leach is back out on the ice. Into the middle. Shot. Save. Esch. Look behind him, but he's got it. Kovalchuk trying to tie it up. It's a 4-3 lead. Great to have you with us. Heck of a game. Our Toyota World Cup of Hockey on ESPN2. The United States leads it 4-3. Esch will be tested. You can count on it. This Russian team does not go away. Mike Modano up to take the face-off. Won it back. Chelios. Down to 6:44 to go. 5-on-5. The 4-minute power play resulted in a power play goal.
6 consecutive shots for Russia since Team USA made it a 4-2 game.
And now the clock we will keep an eye on as well. Modano on the chase, wrapped around by Kalinin. Moved out of the zone. Klee is there. Klee backs it up, knocked down again. Sent right back in. Fedosenkov blocks it at center ice. Dangerous player. Good pick right there by Guerin, but he lost it again. Fedosenkov sends it into the zone. Russia will try and put a little more heat on here as they start moving it in. That'll be dumped in by Tkachuk, who's got the hat trick in this game. Back for it is Gonchar. Dropped it. Drury intercepted. Drury looking middle shot.
Oh, what a save.
Save. He can't believe it. Blake, the Minnesotan, who also had a penalty shot, denied again. It was against Team Russia that Micah Rizzioni scored the most important goal of his life from Massachusetts. Rizzioni. From Melrose, Massachusetts, Keith Tkachuk, who played at Boston University. Tkachuk has had a hat trick in this game. And right now it is a 4-3 score, the same score when Rizzioni scored his goal against Russia. Will it hold up? 5:57 to go.
I think what U.S. has to really has to pay attention now. Do not sit back. Don't just play defense, especially against this Russian team. You have to continue to go at them, continue to take the puck to the net and put the pressure on. You do not want to play to win, to tie. Just play to win, boys. Go after it. Don't let this team back.
Miller dumped it back in after the faceoff was won by Gomez. Russia will hustle that one out of there. Gonchar, and again Samsonov way offside. 5:45 remaining. Team USA up by 1. Let's take a look at our Samuel Adams tournament update. Canada, the top North American seed. Slovakia, they play tomorrow night in Toronto. Finland, top European seed. They advance as they had a win over Germany 2-1. Czech Republic today 6-1 win over Sweden. So the Czech Republic and Finland are coming from the European segment of the World Cup to North America to play in the semifinals. The winner of this game will play the semifinal game here on Friday. Leach down on the ice to block that, and fortunate he did. Samsonov was behind him. Cleared back into the zone by Tony Amati. Oh, goaltender did not wrap that one around. Brizgalov didn't get a lot of it, but he gets back in net. Here's Waite. Doug Waite tied up in the corner. Team USA trying to add another, a put-away goal here in the final 5 minutes of this third period. The shots to advantage, 21-19 for Russia. Back to get it, Amati. Oh, hello, Wisniewski. Wow. What a shot right there. Zubris bounced it off the wall. Yashin moves it in. He's got Frolov going to the middle. Frolov deflected it, but up and over the net. He did deflect it.
Well, this Wisniewski plays for Anaheim. Not too many people like playing against him because he doesn't care who he's playing against. He's going to show no respect for anybody. Tony Monty been in the league for 14 years. I don't care. Take that.
You know, he's one of 4 defensemen playing for Team Russia that is not a top 4 defenseman on his team in the NHL. They were supposed to be suspect in this tournament. I think they've done a really good job.
They have played better than expected in that department for sure. The attempted out didn't go. Datsuk had blocked it. Off the far side, Kovalchuk, Datsuk. Oh, they're so close to tying this game. That That's two that have gone right across the paint. 4:22 left to go. Near side, Kovalev. Kovalev wheeling into the zone. Kovalev looking. Kovalev turning. Kovalev wants it all the way around. Does it around the world tour and has it taken away by Halprin. Kovalev held it in the zone momentarily. Down he goes. Deflected away Kovalchuk. Wow.
Great defensive play by Jeff Halprin right there.
You talk about hog-tying your man.
Not going to let him go around a second time. Russia trying to find a little room here to open it up with 3:50 left. Again, Kovalchuk winding up. Kovalchuk down. Dumps it off the far side. Chelios over to get it. There's Chelios. Sends it out of the zone. Taking away Kasparaitis. And Russia trying to get a line change behind the play. So Gonchar sends it in. Klee coming after it. Klee will pay a price. He gets hit by Chubarov. And held in. Gonchar shot. That got blocked in front.
Oh, defensive play.
Chelios had to reach back in on a Fedosenkov.
Chris Chelios is so talented, but he is a pain to play against because he's never out of the play. What a great play to stick a stick in and take away a scoring chance.
He created his own monster with the first block and then recovered.
Yep, he had to get back on that one. All right, both teams coming over the boards. 3 minutes left to go, third period. Team USA leading it by a score of 4-3. Russia's trying to put that heat on. That was a fanned-on pass. Will that cost them? Frolof's in the middle. Yashin centered him. It gets blocked right back into the corner. Frolof, Gomez had lost a stick. Zubris sends it. Leach blocked it. Bounced it up in the air. Got it up ice.
Scott Gomez made the bad pass in the neutral zone, but boy, did he hustle to get back.
Blake's coming in alone. They're changing behind. Team USA getting new skaters on the ice. They get back into the play. Waite goes to the middle, to the point. Held in by Martin. Martin dumped it around the far side. Waite coming over to get it. Doug Waite, 2:27 to go, third period. Blake sent it a little bit deeper. Smolinski chasing up the wall. Smolinski turns it behind the net for Waite. Waite, Zubris hog-ties him. Davidorski cleared it up. 2:15 left. We'll keep an eye on Brizgalov here as we get under 2 minutes with Russia down by a goal in a must-win game. Amati dropped it up the near side wall. Waite has a little room at the red and sends it in. We are down to the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go. USA up by 1. If they win, they play here Friday in the semifinals. Into the zone, the drop. Yeah, deflected away. Good play by Connor Walsh, but he couldn't get it away. Sent it deep. Team USA is the chant here in St. Paul. Into the middle. Chance for the break near side. Halprin. Halprin coming down the chute. Halprin backhands it. It goes wide. Langenbrunner cuts his man off. Jamie Langenbrunner. Russia. Brizgalov in net looking to the bench. Turned back into the middle. Kovalchuk got it in. Is Kovalev. Kovalev looking. Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk lost it on his skates. Halprin came in. Langenbrunner reaching. Langenbrunner got it away. Kachuk looking for 4 goals. Kachuk. Deeks lost the shot. Kovalev. And Brizgalov will head to the bench. Brought in Kovalev. Sends it in on net. Ash almost lost that. Almost came out of his glove. Extra skaters on the ice for Russia. Empty net at the other end. And turned into the middle. Backhander saved by Ash.
Oh, my goodness. Mike Modano.
A deflection on Ash. Empty net.
There was only one unstoppable man in this building tonight, and he is wearing number 7 for Team USA. Yikes. Mike Modano did such an incredible job of keeping his balance when he could have been hooked to the ice to spring Keith Kachuk loose for his 4th goal of this game, not his 4th goal in a tournament.
Begins to look like USA-Finland Friday.
And now we can crown the MVP.
Keith Kachuk, a 4-goal game. The last player to do that was Mario Lemieux at a 4-goal game in the Canada Cup in '87.
5 points for Keith Kachuk. Absolutely an unbelievable effort by that line.
Unbelievable line. Brizgalov is back in net. Into the middle, Waite, 2-on-1. Doug Waite shot. Brizgalov will make the save. This Russian team refusing to go away right down to the final minute. But Team USA has got a lead on a 4-goal night by Tkachuk. The goal coming, and 1905, Modano and Rafalski the assist. Modano's got 4 assists in the game.
I really meant it when I said earlier in this game that the commitment by the veteran players early in this tournament just wasn't there for Team USA to be good enough. Well, I'll tell you what, the commitment has been there and redoubled in this game.
17 seconds left to go. Not a sellout crowd here tonight from 17,218. I have a feeling on Friday tickets are going to be a little harder to come by. Now that fans know Team USA is going to be playing here. 3 seconds left to go. Here's the roar. U.S. wins it 5-3.
Wilson can be so proud of the team effort that he got in front of him. His goaltending was as good as it had to be. Robert Esche wasn't tested like in past games. And his big line, the line that has combined for over 1,200 NHL goals with Tkachuk, with Modano, and with Guerin, got it done tonight in spite of the brilliance of Kovalchuk and Kovalev from Russia.
Team USA responds to the loss they had earlier against Russia by a score of 3-1. Coming away in the must-win game 5-3, they will move on to the semi-finals. Tkachuk a 5-point night, 4-1. Modano 4 assists. Rafalski 2 assists. Billy Guerin 2 assists. As that line had 11 points in this game. That's what it's all about, and that was a heck of a performance. You give a little. Both sides gave a little blood in this game to get it done. Team USA wins it 5-3. Tomorrow, the final semifinal spot when Team Canada takes on Slovakia. ESPN2 at 7 Eastern. Coming up next is going to be baseball tonight. This game has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For Aaron Miller, Bill Clement, JR, I'm Gary Thorne. For all of our crew, thanks and good night.